What's going on, everyone? So the Phoenix Suns had one job, right? Beat the Houston Rockets, or at least make it competitive, right? Make them work, make them really have to earn that win, wear them out for us. And instead, the game was over at like halftime, right? Like the game was over like midway through the second. Well, they gave up 148 points to to the Houston Rockets, and it's just like it's the second game of a back to back, but they didn't even have to play everybody. Like they get the rest, and it's just like, man, we really could have used a good hard fought battle, maybe like a double overtime game leading into the Lakers matchup later today. Now, young team like Houston, it probably wouldn't have mattered regardless. They're young, athletic, right? They're a team that even if they did play 5 overtimes, they probably still would have showed up and balled out. And it's the Lakers, right? You never know which Lakers team is going to show up and how they're going to deliver. But this is a huge game, right? On a serious note, this is you can't mess around. Can't drop the ball, right? Memphis game, that was a huge game. It was an important game. Lakers got the win. You need to follow that up with this win, right? The 2 Houston games coming up are so vital. Now, look, there is a chance that the Lakers could beat Houston both times and still not catch Houston in the standings, right? It's a very real possibility. Houston, even if they lost both games, would still have a full game on the Lakers. So you'd need Houston to lose another game, and then the Lakers had a tiebreaker, and then they'd be able to overtake them. So that is, fingers crossed that Houston loses one more game than the Lakers the rest of the way, including the Lakers winning those 2 Houston games, and now the Lakers could overtake them. But something that I've also said, and I still, the more I think about it, the more I agree with it, is I still actually prefer the Lakers getting the 3 seed, right? And ideally Houston staying as the 2 seed, because then what that would do is the Lakers would probably play the Warriors in the first round, which I think is actually a very favorable matchup for the Lakers. The only team really that doesn't have the interior size to really give the Lakers trouble, to give the Lakers fits. You'd have the 2 best players on the court every single night. Lakers, I think, would be in great shape if they would play the Warriors. Then your next round matchup, assuming Houston wins, would be against Houston, where I think you can beat them in a playoff series. Regular season, we're about to find out, right? And we'll touch on that here in a moment. But I like the matchup in the playoffs against Houston. I think the Lakers can win that series and hopefully have figured some stuff out through the first round to kind of better and improve. And then now you'd play either the Denver Nuggets or the Oklahoma City Thunder in the conference finals. And then I've already said, if the Lakers make the NBA finals, I actually think they win the championship. I think Lakers either lose in the second or third round, or they win the championship, because I just think LeBron James is going to be like, I'm 40 in year 22. I'm in the NBA finals. I might never be here again. And I think you just see him turn that clock back. But the Houston Rockets and the regular season is a problem, right? Because Houston is incredibly well equipped to beat us, right? They are a better Bulls team. And Chicago has had their way with us the last few games. Even though the last game the Lakers should have won, that was an inexcusable loss. The Lakers cannot afford to lose, and hopefully we don't have a situation like that ever again. Right? Like that's something that I don't want to have to go through again. I watched that entire thing, and it still is just pain. Nothing but pain. It was just such a frustrating way to lose, because it's just like it's a game you had locked up. It was over. Inbound the ball and you win. But I digress. Getting away, right? Houston is a team that can get out in transition, incredibly athletic, incredibly fast, have that interior presence in Şengün that can really give the Lakers some trouble, really give the Lakers some fits. He's a guy that go get you 30 and 20 and really just, impose his will on the inside and really punish the Lakers for the lack of size on the interior. Defensively, they're good, right? They have all the tools to just run through the Lakers like you saw them just do against the Phoenix Suns. Right? Would anyone be surprised if the Lakers just got blown out tomorrow? Probably not. Right? For being honest, right? I don't think anyone would be like, "Wow, I didn't see that coming." I think everyone would kind of be like, "Yeah." The Houston to do that to them, right? I don't want that to happen. not try to speak it into existence or anything like that, knock on wood, but it's a reality, right? That team, Lakers have struggled against quicker, athletic, push the pace transition teams. And now they don't have that interior size in Anthony Davis. And just so happens that the Houston Rockets have that in Alperen Şengün that could really cause some trouble for the Lakers, right? But Tyler, if you are worried about them in the regular season, wouldn't you be worried about them in the playoffs? No, my friend, and I'll tell you why. A couple of reasons. One, the game is a very different game in the playoffs. Very different game. The game is more physical. It slows down, right? It's more half-court oriented. And Houston is not great in the half-court. And they struggle to score the basketball. I know if you watch that Phoenix Suns game, you're looking at it and you're like, they didn't have trouble scoring the basketball the other night. But for the most part, they do have their struggles at times, scoring the basketball. So I do think that matchup, when the game slows down, you lack the experience, things start getting tight, you need to run more half-court sets. Obviously, Houston's still going to try to push the pace, and they're going to try to play that inside-out game with Şengün, and there still are concerns, without a doubt. Like, I'm not saying that the Lakers are just going to like sweep the Rockets and it's just going to be a cakewalk. Do think it'd be a tough matchup, but I do like the Lakers in that matchup, and I do think the Lakers get the job done against the Houston Rockets in the playoffs. But like I said, playoffs and the regular season are two very different beasts, two very different games. They're almost different sports in a way. And, they're going to be able to push the pace. They're going to be able to shoot the lights. They're going to be able to take advantages all over that basketball court. Lakers need to be ready. They need to be engaged. They need to be prepared. They need to be bought in. They need to be focused. One, again, you need to get the win because you're playing the Houston Rockets and you're trying to catch them in the standings. Two, you're playing a Western Conference team and you need those wins, right? Three, Lakers have been bad recently. And yes, we beat the Memphis Grizzlies, but that game was even looking kind of a little bleak at times, right? It'd be nice to, and I'm not saying that the Lakers are going to coast to a win or blow Houston out or anything like that, but I do think that this is a game that the Lakers really need to win, right? Beyond just that, like, we need to start stringing together some wins, get on a win streak here, start building some confidence, building some momentum, kind of pushing ourselves in a positive direction, heading into the playoffs, heading into the postseason, right? This is the time where you're really supposed to be gearing up. This is the time where you're supposed to be kind of, obviously they're still working through things. LeBron, Luka, and Reeves, those three, can they coexist on the basketball court, right? They look like they figured some stuff out in the Memphis game. But again, you got to be able to put it together for more than just one game. So there's a lot that still needs to kind of unpack and unfold, but you're supposed to be building that momentum and developing what your identity is going into the playoffs. And, Lakers they're losing a lot recently. And the season can start getting away from you pretty quickly here. Again, once you get to the playoffs, it's a very different beast, right? Even if the Lakers finish the season abysmal, right? Once they get to the playoffs, Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, you trust them. Luka's game is just tailor-made for the NBA playoffs. Same thing with Austin Reeves. Those guys should be really good. Those guys should really shine out there on the basketball court. But again, you gotta get there. You gotta put yourself in good position. Right? Like I've said from the beginning, I want at least a top 4 seed, because a top 4 seed would give you, the home court in the first round, so you can kind of figure some stuff out, do whatever you got to do, whether it's the 4-5 matchup and you're playing Memphis, or, if the Warriors end up catching them, whatever ends up happening, right? You got to handle business. It's a game at a time, absolutely. So you need to focus on the game at hand, which is the Houston Rockets. But I hope the Lakers are ready. I hope they've game planned. I hope that they're prepared. I hope they come with the effort and the energy. I hope guys hit shots. I hope guys are ready to play some defense. I hope guys are ready to run around and chase these young guns, right? Because, again, this game is a game that can get out of hand very quickly, as we've seen against, a team like the Phoenix Suns. And, hopefully, fingers crossed, right? Hopefully they kind of, blew their, in the Suns game. Hopefully they're done. They're tapped out. and Lakers come in and they're not shooting the lights out and just dominating the Lakers at every facet of the game, because there is that concern, right? There is that level of that. LeBron is not a fan of Dillon Brooks, so I could see LeBron James balling out this game. Luka should be able to get whatever he wants, right? Austin Reeves needs to continue to be aggressive, but other guys need to pick it up, need to step it up, pick it up defensively. This is go time, right? Like I said, things can get away very quickly if the Lakers don't do what they're supposed to do, if the Lakers don't hold up their end of the deal. But let's get the win. Let's handle business. And what do you think? As always, this is a discussion. I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think the Lakers handle business against the Houston Rockets? Do you think dude, Lakers are about to get blitzed? Which again, I don't think, it's sad to say, it really does. Like, I know I'm like laughing and stuff, but it's a painful laugh. It's one of those it's like instead of cry, I'm gonna laugh type things, because it's just, in all seriousness, right? It is. You just never know with this Lakers team. But let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.